Welcome to episode 2 of 911 Turbo Build. Today we're gonna get this leaky mess off the ground onto this stand using the world's most ridiculous engine hoist. Alright, we're on our way to get an engine hoist. They only have the towable one, so it's good that we still have this truck.
One step.
Got our stand, or hoist I should say, overkill as always. Let's take a moment and admire Devin's backing in skills. Believe it or not, that's far superior to mine.
So I'm gonna be under the car pushing that thing out while JP's in front pulling on it.
That wasn't that bad. The thing's gnarly. Yeah, that's really cool. The engine's not stuck under the car anymore, so before we put it on the hoist, we're gonna unbolt the transmission, take a look at the clutch and the flywheel, and also the mounting points for the engine stand. I don't know if you could see that. Sandwich bags are perfect for organization. Sometimes you can just pull it off. Sometimes you need to remove this little clutch assembly that's underneath the transmission. In our case, we had to remove that. Once we took that off, it basically just fell off, so we should have done that from the start, but that's what the forums are for. Okay, we gotta shoot down to our local auto parts store for usually these crazy flywheel bolts. I think we could use a 12mm triple square bit, and I called them. They do have it. They got it aside for me. So that's what's next.
One step is all I have to take. That was to be the same old fool for you I used to be. I'm only
So now that the flywheel and the clutch is off, we put the engine on the stand. We gotta take some exhaust components off, and we're probably gonna have to modify our stand a little bit, but you know, not too bad. Not a lot of heat marks or anything like that. This flywheel isn't rusty or anything, actually looks really good. I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but our 911 has 237,000 miles.
So in order to get this onto the engine stand, we're gonna need to take out this section of exhaust pipe because of how close it is to this stud right here. So first things first, PB blaster.
Always with exhausts, they just get hot so often. They go through so many heat cycles that bolts on exhaust specifically are almost always a pain in the ass. Please never even attempt it without something like WD or honestly our favorite's PB blaster. We're having no luck with a single bolt. We got all of them off. This one's in a shitty position. We're not using the exhaust anymore for, obviously we're gonna have a different one for the turbo. So we're just gonna cut it off.
Ta-da!
One step ahead of misery.
We got the garage cleaned up today. We got the engine on the hoist, transmission disconnected from the engine, and that's as far as we can get today.
We can only get that far because this is like a standard V8 engine stand. We need the Volkswagen or Porsche yoke, but we can't do anything anymore today. So that's where we're gonna leave it.
Alright guys, welcome to day 2. We got the engine up on the stand. We're gonna start tearing away all the extra crap.
We'll see how far we get.
We're gonna try and get it down to just block.
Pick up all these fuel lines. We're gonna take the rest of the engine tin off. Basically, you just remove all the components of the fuel injection system. We take the intake manifold off, get it down to a long block, flip it over, and do the same thing on the bottom with the exhausts.
I'm only
Boom. Super uneventful.
You know, hold it back up real quick. You know what it looks like? Like hold it like a hot dog, because it looks like the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck, doesn't it? All right. No more hot dog shaped muffler. Not now. Not ever. These are the weirdest fuel injectors, if you want to call them that. I'm not even sure if this is how they're supposed to be on, but it looks like they're covered in glue. So all you do is twist it until the glue breaks, and then you just pull it out. And there's your fuel injector. Hey, that doesn't look right. It's because it's not broken stud number 3. All the intake components and half the fuel injection can come off in one shot after you take off all the wires and everything, which we've already done.
After many frustrating bolts right here.
Yeah, some of them are a little pain in the ass to get to, but after that, life's good. We're a little further along now, and this is a good opportunity to show you how the air-cooled system works. The fan is the main thing that cools it down. It's got this plastic shroud on top that directs airflow to each of your cylinders. In the back here, there is an oil cooler. Not sure how well you can see that. Air is also directed to the oil cooler. It's also worth mentioning that the fan and the alternator are kind of attached to the same.
They're combined.
Yeah, they're combined.
Is the center of the fan.
So the alternator spins when the fan does, and again in the back they got fins that help direct airflow. Again, the fan and cooling system, along with the wiring harnesses, some of them come off in one big chunk.
Coil out of there.
Starting to look more like a block. All right, guys, we're gonna call it for an episode in general. We got everything off the top of the motor.
Alright, stop looking at that. Next step's to flip it over, take the rest of the stuff off, and then get the heads off.
We'll be able to give you guys a good look at the internals. We could take the first look ourselves. We have no idea what condition it's in. We've been driving it around with broken head studs for a few months now, so it should be interesting to see if that's done any damage. We want to thank you guys again for watching.
Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one.
And we'll see you next time.